He's locked in a physical cage. He can't just Quelling Blade and run away.
GH has owned this game. He has been in the right part of the map every time to make these plays happen. And now they're going to eye the GPK puck mid. I mean, this would be a backbreaker if you lose him with an arcane in his pocket.
You just need those level 6s on the BB team. Because even if they bring equal numbers to the fight, Enigma Galaxy, they'll just beat you on ults. You need that static storm.
Look at the aggressive positioning. We're 10 minutes of the game. They have a ward on the cliff. They have a ward around that tier 2 top. They're scouting behind these towers. They're looking for aggressive opportunities. There's a meta on a tier 1 mid. And GPK, you have got to get out of there.
As to waiting rift over the shards to get away, offers a high five to Sumail. Heavy investment from Enigma Galaxy. They don't find the kill, but it looks like they've got the tower.
They understand how this draft is supposed to function. Absolutely on point. Are they even going to get it?
GPK, he, thanks to the arcane rune, still has a way out. The orb is not on cooldown for long.
But nothing is free in this game.
No.
At least you get 6 on your supports here. That's the one thing BB are getting out of this period.
Yeah, still waiting for it. They just took your big tower, and Katomi's still trying to soak experience. He finally gets it now, but Noob, the time to isolate him is gone. The mid lane tower is gone, and Enigma Galaxy can then break apart. You see the tiny Reed joining his Pango. GH guarding Ghost as he clears out through the triangle.
You also need a lot of heroes to create threat around this map if you're BB. The Void's not giving you any damage. Disruptor's pretty minimal. The Lycan can be really minimal, depending on where that fight breaks out.
Tommy wants this Nature's Prophet kill. Level 10 Sumail. They have the wolves on him, and he's teleporting. Where's he teleporting to? He's going to try and find Miro. Does he know he's going to be outnumbered? Does he know the 2 supports are sitting on top of his Lycan? Underneath the static sword. Now caught the Soulbind. No snowball save this time around the double silence. The Soulbind, it just lasts too long. GH, now he's going to be hit by the coil. GPK takes advantage of the situation, runs down the river, and finds the +1.
Really nice rotation from Save. Leads the pack, you get a massive Soulbind. Exactly what you want against this Tusk. You want to create a situation where GH can't come in and get those snowballs due to all the roots and the AoE silences you have. Just let the Lycan go to work. Combine the damage, let the Void farm. Like, this Faceless Void is not the hero you want to play around in this early game.
No.
It's the Grim, it's the Puck. Those are your 2 playmakers. Mail just gets caught off guard.
You could try and time walk that off, but you're going to have to Chronosphere to stop the Rolling Thunder. But then even Omar's on the other side, and GH closes in from the other, completely surrounded.
Look at a 2-for-1 refill those vessel charges. The pace just does not stop here. And this is not the pace of game that a Faceless Void wants, especially when the fighting is around his lane.
Enigma Galaxy picking up more and more speed. A 3-man smoke and a play through the gate. 45 seconds until the Wisdom Shrine spawns. You know that's where they're headed.
GH absolutely has plans around this spot. As a ward as well, you could just plant a high ground ward, camp this, potentially bait it out on top of getting it. You always have Furion to back you up. Or just go look for the kills.
They are going to look and find Katomi. Turns around, Static Storm does what he can, but Ghost always quick to join his team. And of course, Sumail can teleport in with full confidence that with 4 heroes behind him, no matter how aggressively he's teleporting in, BB team can't turn it around. What? They've got a Faceless Void. What are you going to do with that?
Your best combination is H-Slow Wolf right now. Not enough to win this shrine. More experience advantage for Enigma Galaxy.
That's going to be another transformation wasted for the Lycan. Shapeshift, I mean, he used it once when he got ganked there, then a second time here trying to respond to all this aggression, but... And they were just all these heroes on the other side of the map. GH is already threatening Pure, and they even got some good damage on him there with the Wrath of Nature. Time Lock being on cooldown. Can't undo that.
I mean, I'm sure he's crying on the comms right now. Like, I need something. I need some pressure on the map. I need some space. This is not a playable game for me right now. You just lost all your tier 1s so fast in this game. It's a lot of space for this Sumail Furion to operate on. And Orchid already up. He has absolute solo kill potential on anybody in this game right now.
It feels like BB Team were sinking into the meta that was developed in the Road to TI, right? Very slow games, not really these fast run you over pace, but Enigma Galaxy are showing they're able to buck the trend, and a toss will put a stop to that. No Rolling Thunder needed. Meanwhile, on the other side, Okoyo does find GH, and he will meet his end on the other side of the map, but
Are you going to lose Pure?
I mean, maybe. He's going to have to chrono again. Oh, man. And again, not even the Rolling Thunder required to be used. He still has it. He's still going to go after him. Oh, Pure, why did you run back? Now Samel's going to catch you. Got him on the Orchid. A little bit damage with the Spirit Festival. Ain't it enough? A kick out. Not quite enough. A beautiful Soul Bite. Sets the kill on the Pango. And maybe Samel's Nature's Prophet as well. It takes a little bit to wear through him. Nice spaceship dodge. Big damage was coming out from Omar. GPK's life threatened, but he managed to dodge it all. Keeping up with Samael. Got to be careful there. Wrath of Nature, though. Could it be big damage? Nice Thunder save. Beautiful setup from Ghost to make sure they do not bleed out a Samael kill. He is level 12. He is worth a hefty amount when it comes to that experience. Managed to prevent losses there. Enigma Galaxy hold on to a 5K lead.
That last stroke from Save was coming through. That Thunder might have been necessary. If stuff is going to go well for BB Team, it's off the back of this Soulbind. I mean, that is the only spell that's really giving them an advantage in the fight and something they can play around. It's been impactful already. Very good against Enigma's heroes. And I mean, that evened out a solid chunk of this lead.
Is this going to be yet another defensive phase shift from Miro? Runs right into GH, and now it's a question, can he even survive? The two supports tossing him up in the air. Samael canceled his teleport, but they still blocked him in with the Ice Shard. Still got him inside of the Sprout.
Oh,
and a teleport away. Oh, it's just enough heal.
And look at the space it created. Another play on Noob.
That's true. GPK is finding openings around this map as they keep on going for the side lanes. GPK is responding. They have picked up on Enigma Galaxy's tempo, and they are beginning to match them.
This Puck and Grim are doing so much to salvage this game. If they get another kill here,
Big Swell will stop that. GH, he'll fall yet again.
these two playmakers, man, you can never count them out. They're incredibly fast players. They're very good at reading the map.
The long-term duo GPK and Save, they've been through it.
And the thing is, if you even this game out, your 5-on-5 team fight is pretty good. Like, you have a spellcasting advantage that the Soulbind and the Chrono land. They're not easy spells for Enigma Galaxy to deal with. That's why you wanted this net worth and item advantage going into that mid-game. It's been even out a lot. This Void's now ahead of the Pango, whereas he was almost behind the Tiny. You cannot throw away kills lightly in this game. You have to keep playing around the Furion, look for pickoffs, abuse your lane shove, and not give up big core kills around the map. You got such an early blink on this Omar Tiny. Love to keep skirmishing around that as well. Like, just toss heroes in you. Play for the easy, simple kills. Get Ghost involved. Look for an early Roshan here. Keep getting those power rooms.
We've got 2 minutes until Tormentor as well.
Big objective. Some nice shards in this game. There's a smoke. Letting the Tiny lead the charge. Gonna try and find a nice target, just toss him in, combo him down.
Oh, Pure, he's on the low ground right now. That would have been a huge catch. You still have a chance, though. They're going to run into Katomi. Katomi breaks it, blink for blink, though. He thought that was going to be the play, but Omar has him met.
And honestly, BB team they'll take that. Sure. Like, lead the 5, who already had his item bought, to buy space for the Void and the Puck who are farming sides of the map right now. Downside is you might lose a big objective. 4 points in the tag team, straight into the Roshan. Enigma Galaxy are going to try and get something off this smoke play.
This feels super efficient, getting that kill and going straight to Roshan, and in a minute's time, Tormentor is going to spawn in the top left. Then being in this part of the map feels incredible for them.
That'd be an efficient sequence for them. I mean, all of BB team are farming, so you're not going to gain a lot of net worth off this play, but you're going to get a lot of objective pace out of it.
Yeah.
You can turn that into more gold later. You can pressure some tier 2s. You can play more aggressive on the side lanes.
You see what Katomi's up to? They're going to get this Roshan, but I think BBT made the call that if they try and go for Tormentor, they want to take that team fight. They've got Chronosphere. If they can get the wards down, they've got Static Storm. They've got a huge team fight, as you said. An aggressive ward laid out. Waiting.
All about that Soulbind.
Saying it's Enigma Galaxy. Take the bait. Samael would be a perfect target for them. They smoke up.
They did see him for a brief second there.
Now it's a question of reaction. Got Static Storm on two, only catching the Tiny inside.
It's a valuable target.
They do manage to take him out. Ghost is right in the middle of them, though with that Aegis. So they can't turn and focus on this Terrorblade, but can they go for the Chronosphere on the Samael? They ignore that Aegis, go straight for the big guy. Another Thunder save out from Ghost, and Samael got that hit, turns it back around with an Orchid. Can't finish off Pure either. The timeout goes off. Samael run down by Miro, and he's got a decent amount of damage on the Ghost, who Thunder earlier. Has to dodge the Rolling Thunder, though. BB Team have wisely called it quits, at least for now. Ducking into the tree and teleport away. Denied as the Avalanche covers him. Miro, he'll be the one to fall, but BB Team, it's 2 cores in exchange for some kills, a buyback, and a very important kill on that Nature's Prophet yet again.
Expensive buyback from Omar. Does secure the puck kill, so you can argue it's worth it, but the fact they brought him down at the start of the fight, super valuable. Frees up that fight for GBK, barring the buyback. Eventually pays the price. And man, Sumail just got chunked from those Lycan summons. He took 2,000 damage from Lycan in that fight. Just got whittled down. The Chrono came in at the end. He got sundered and then killed through it again.
Shout out to Ghost, though, twice now with the Thunder saves on
Point.
Sumail. Those are very clutch pickups, especially since that boost of HP, I mean, the Nature's Prophet is tanky, man. It's a hard hero to kill. 17 armor, 2,000 HP.
Tough Spark of Courage gives you the bonus armor. Valuable summoners for sure, especially when you have Aegis. They're not going to focus you down anyway. Kind of crazy there was no Soulbind in that fight.
Oh, no. Bit forward there. There was Static Storm, but against the fear of Sumail rotating in, Katomi almost getting caught by that. They back away and will give their tier 2 up to Enigma Galaxy.
Trying to get something out of this Aegis period. It feels like Pure recovered in this game, though. I mean, this was looking like one of those games he might have just never played Dota in.
I mean, if you get that tier 2, but naturally, you're going to break apart afterwards. And look at this pincer move from PB Team.
This is nasty if it lands.
Once again, the deadly duo, GPK and Save. They found an opening, and it's going to be on the path. They do it. Beautiful soul bite. How does Save keep getting this? A snowball goes off, picks it up, and maybe it bails him out as he blinks away. On the dude's Pango. He's not dead yet. He got a Rolling Thunder. He got a physical hit. We'll finish him off. That's enough. Meanwhile, Miro chasing after Sumail. Trapped inside the Sprout, makes a run for it, and glimpses back. But Miro, he really can't stand up toe-to-toe with the other two. The mobile heroes, another Thunder, another attempted save, but this time it's not good enough. But it got off the Orchid on the Pure. A trade of mid for carry, and an Aegis now is Ghost, brought low by his own Thunder. He has a survivability to get out on this second line for his GH. Is he going to be left behind? Ghost trying to help him out. GPK and all their mobility, they just keep on swarming in and out of the fight, hounding after Enigma Galaxy.
He wants GH here.
And they've got the glimpse back to do it. Ghost will have to give up the chase. He'll go back to farm. GH will create what little space he can. BB Team, they lost their carry, but another time that they're able to stand toe-to-toe against Enigma Galaxy's early game.
I mean, look at the puck damage. It is all GPK in this exchange. What an angle, too. Him and Save from the back, not a move Enigma expected. They kind of bailed out that link with another very clutch snowball, splitting it up. Noob almost survives, dies to the last right click from GPK. That is such a close fight.
It was.
Did it no favors that the Thunder save was a lot less effective because they were both low HP.
Yes.
So that kind of hurt them a lot, but we're kind of seeing the fight paradigm. They're just running at the Furion, and he's just kind of sitting there and taking it. Like, he can't output enough damage to dissuade the summons on his own. There's little summon clear in this lineup.
Oh, beautiful glimpse. Katomi with his blink decker, but a better save from Ghost. A little Manta dodge to save his life.
That will absolutely do it.
And that will ensure Ghost can get to his butterfly, which is a massive pickup.
Yep. Huge timing for Enigma Galaxy. Everything is now riding on this Terrorblade. The Furion had his shot to completely snowball this game. He's going to have to try and scale too. But the pace that GPK is setting, he has an amp damage right now, 6, 2, and 8.
Pace, amp damage, and bigger moves than Omar's got. He jumps away from the initiation, and now right into the middle, the thick of it. The Static Storm gets one, looks after GH next, but he jumps away to his curveball orb. Puts a little pressure on Enigma Galaxy, threatens to overwhelm them, then backs away. There's no need to keep up the pressure. He created the space. Pure, he's farming away and loving it, I'm sure.
This is a scary game to give Puck late game items in, because your lockdown is pretty limited to that support duo. And Tusk is not always the most reliable. You are really dependent on this tiny combination.
Yeah, we're also seeing with the Faceless Void, right? If you have troubles locking down this puck, it's only going to be worse because Faceless Void is going to be just as mobile as this hero. Give him a little extra help there with the Grimstroke. Not quite the stun combination they were looking for this time around. Noob trying to use his shard to make sure he gets a lockdown after the face shift, but there's still the Yules. GPK does manage to get away in the Rolling Thunder. Being used like that, Nigma Galaxy, they got to probably take a break a little bit. The team fights have not been clearly won by them.
No, not at all.
Rolling Thunder is a key component for that.
Just gotta keep playing for ghost timings. Try and get the next Roshan around that butterfly. That's gonna be a nice power point for you. And try and keep dodging this Soulbind. If you can ever find the supports at the start of the fight between the Tusk and the Tiny, would be a huge win to begin that engagement. But some of that light and lane pressure is starting to add up here. We don't even have the shard out yet, so it can get better.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
In terms of stalling this game.
Do you feel like the Nullifier is such a crucial pickup that it's more important than the side lane pressure that comes from the shard?
I mean, Nullifier and Lycan is always just chef's kiss, right? You go in, you isolate a target, you know you're going to be able to bring this guy down. He already has AC. Downside is some of his auras are getting reflected, so he does have to pick his point of attack well. Otherwise, you're going to power up Ghost to just hit that butterfly, just hit level 18. But the lightning doesn't have to be the first one in. I think for BB that's ideal. Which is another reason why if you're Nigma Galaxy, if you can start these fights on your terms with a tiny initiation, it's going to feel a lot better for you.
That's up to Noob. He's got to get that Rolling Thunder Blink Dagger initiation. They can't afford to be picked off underneath their tower like this. All the support ults being dropped on this Nature's Prophet. Feeling they got it for sure, but this Rolling Thunder is just beautiful. A bowling ball right through the middle of BB Team has taken out 2 cores and frees the male. He may have died, but they got a 1-for-3 exchange, and only a Blink Dagger will bail out this Grimstroke from death that was closing in.
Pure just never gets Chrono off there. Gets chain stunned off Avalanche into the Rolling Thunder, into the congregations of the deep. The extra tendril betrayed him there. That's a very different fight if he gets that up, considering how clumped Nigma were. They got their terribly glimpsed out of that fight, and they had to TP the new Pango into the preemptive Soulbind. Not a good fight setup for them, but they just pushed through it.
It was just so unnecessarily risky to make that jump and not use the Chrono. If you don't want to jump in as the Void, I think that's fine too, but...
I mean, he just doesn't want to Chrono his own teammate here, right?
For sure.
Like, you don't want to Chrono your own puck, it feels bad, but... Man, that neutral creep did some work there.
It messed them up, man. Fortunately, Miro was there to finish it off, but that was almost 3 for nothing. Nigma Galaxy, they'll claw back a bit of a lead. 2,000 net worth lead for them, 28 minutes. And another Tormentor's coming. Another Roshan is going to be available. Big objectives.
Just have to keep scaling your 2 top net worth heroes here and hope it's enough to win the fights around Roshan.
Will it be enough to win the fights 10 minutes from now?
That's a very different story. You gotta play with what's in front of you here and just gear up to power up this Terrorblade. Make Ghost as strong as possible. The saves need to go into him. You need to make sure that the lockdown is centered around this Terrorblade in the fight as well. He is the majority of your damage because the pain...
Oh, they've got a good high ground ward. These two are walking straight into it. Omar's going to TP away, but Noob, not as lucky. He's going to be trapped inside of a Static Storm. No saves available here. His Courier does manage to get away.
Such a tough Pango game. If you get jumped by Static Storm or Coil, you're probably dead. If you play on the backside of the fight and go in later, you're probably getting Soulbound or Chronoed. There's a time dilation in the middle of that for you. I mean, I do not envy Noob's position here.
Yeah, particularly since he's not a hero that can just be thrown away, right? His disables are so key to the Terrorblade and the Nature's Prophet to do damage in these fights.
They need his lockdown. They're going to need his damage as this game scales.
Scotty will certainly help if that will help to, just slow down some of these heroes just a tad bit if Ghost can get to that point. BKB will be a massive pickup for Sumail, at least until the Disruptor has an Aghanim Scepter, and Kataomi is really not that far away. He's been killing on the Disruptor with this early Blink Dagger, and the conservation of resources, he's just barreling straight to a fast axe.
I mean, he's honestly had a very good game for how poorly that top lane went. This game is dead even. It's another game. They're within like 200 XP of each other. I don't know how these teams keep doing it.
One team fight could break things open. BKBs are wanted on both sides of the table here. The Nature's Prophet and the Faceless Void are so close to it. It doesn't feel equal though, Avery. Feels like that Faceless Void BKB is a little bit more powerful.
It's a little better here, especially when you have nothing to go through it except that punch, which pretty hard to burst this guy down in a single punch.
Yeah.
Fury on BKB could be really influential though. Sumail can, TP, if he finds one of these supports at the start of the fight, pick his point, just take one of them out. Could be huge. If he gets jump first, all that goes out the window. You might also want to save buyback. That could be really influential in the Roshan fight. If you have 2 lives on the Spirit and you can come back instantly.
Oh, there goes that Aghanim Scepter. Pure spotted that one. Worth the Observer Ward, as I'm sure. Enigma Galaxy know that it's warded up there, but they can't afford to worry about the other side of the map. They're focusing on controlling Roshan. Smoke on both sides. And a stalemate.
That's a 4,000 net worth courier right there. How do you start the fight if you're Enigma Galaxy? That's what you're thinking right now. They would love for someone to wander in and you just toss them back, but that is not going to happen when you have wolves to scout.
And if you're BB team, time is on your side, right? You don't have to force anything here.
Oh yeah, Pure is telling the team, yo, good job. I'm back in the game. I'm farmed up. I have BKB. I'm just going to continue to scale from here on out. I'm a big problem for them. No pressure on us.
Enigma Galaxy can start working the map. That's always the advantage of a Nature's Prophet, as he runs down lanes with Trance and Mjolnir.
Do Enigma have a gem? They don't have one yet, so they're pretty reliant on playing around these sentries with the wolf scouting. Level 20 puck already, so you got that Whitney Rift cooldown on top of the Octarine. That's where this hero just becomes almost impossible to kill.
Yeah. He's got his level 20, as well as Ghost. A little bit extra conjure image duration to help with the map pressure. I mean, Enigma Galaxy, yes, they would like this Roshan to happen faster, but they also have the tide where the Nature's Prophet and the Terrorblade Illusions can push in these side lanes and start forcing BB team to break apart a little bit. And maybe that presents an opening.
I do feel like we've seen Enigma get in this position a lot, though, where they're just kind of waiting outside Roche, waiting for an opportunity as if they're unsure of what the correct play is. They don't want to aggressively smoke into BB, but the problem with waiting is it's at a loss. Like, BB are farming more of the map. They're eventually going to get some lanes in. Pure is just showing top right now. And this is normally information you're using to make some decision. You're either going to smoke off this, you're going to force the Roshan, you're going to try and go to their high ground and D-ward or something. Letting him get away with this, it just feels like too much wiggle room.
He was just level 18. Now he's got that crucial level 20 talent, where all of a sudden the Faceless Void has a massive damage upgrade inside Chronosphere.
He's gotten so much out of these last few minutes. His damage has gone up considerably. He's halfway to MKB now.
Enigma Galaxy, I mean, just at this point in time, you haven't forced anything for the last couple minutes. Maybe you just waited out for Roshan to go to the other side, because it's still a minute away, and then it goes up to the top side of the map, and you have that Radiant Outpost to play with.
It feels like they're also just out of smokes.
I mean, look at BBT, man. They're just like, we're all over the map.
They have no intention of grouping up here. This is what I'm saying. The lead is just going BB's way.
We left the creep inside of the Roshan pit. We know you're not doing it, but if you want to try, go for it.
You have to make a play call here. You just bought the smoke. It just came up. Insta-pop. They've decided to go for it. There's a power rune top. Not
Bro, they're doing Tormentor right now. This is just flat out unacceptable.
That's the Lycan shard, too. Take that every day of the week.
All right, Enigma, buy it.
Can you end up... I don't think you can end up smoking to this part of the map. They might try and look for someone who's farming their way back, but yeah, they just full U-turn.
BKB, level 20, Faceless Void, BKB on the like, and now he's got a shard, now you've got Aghanim Scepter on the Disruptor. It feels like there's just crucial items flowing in for BB Team. Nigma Galaxy, BB find a massive opening though. It was all worth the wait if they could kill this Disruptor and then do more with it. It can't just be a pickup, it's gotta be taking this fight to Roche and seeing what BB Team do.
I'll be honest, I've seen some crazy smokes in my time. That might have been the craziest one that somehow ended up working. They did an entire map cross into another half map cross into randomly run into the 5.
Oh, look at Pierre again, on the opposite side of Roshan saying, go ahead, if you want Roche, you can take it. And Nigma Galaxy will oblige.
But do BB want to give it up here? They just got Pharasma on Puck, they have BKB on the Lycan. This is a fight they can take, especially with Chrono around the pit. And once more, Nigma Galaxy hesitating on this play, right? Not making it 100% call to go for Roche. They'd rather take the fight. This could be correct, but it feels like this Roche has been in the making for 5 minutes now.
Yeah, Pure joins his team in this smoke, and now the Disruptor is back into play.
Look for the tiny jump. It means so much for Nigma Galaxy.
What does he got to get?
Got to find something, either Disruptor or
they see this
target.
Disruptor, they're after him, they've got the lane ward to be able to spot him out, they know he's on the edges here, but can they get to him? A Rolling Thunder trying to chase him down, and Faceless Void, he will lock down the Nature's Prophet, sure, but you already lost your Disruptor. It's going to be crucial heroes dead on both sides for the team fight. Puck, maybe he can get away off this blink, manage to get a coil onto GH. He wants to deal with these safe supports, and Pure, he can help him out with the damage. They got to bounce away from Ghost.
They're just cutting him out right now. They know the control is gone.
Yeah, no Rolling Thunder, and now the buybacks on the supports. BBT, they just back away. They call it quits.
Gotta respect the Terrorblade. His damage hurts, though.
3,000 damage. Up on a single hero, and look at GPK, he's still bouncing in and out right on top of Nigma Galaxy. They don't know what to do about it.
They can't do anything about him. Double support buyback, you still can't find this Puck, and your meta's about to wear out. So do you have the confidence to go for Roche here? With the ultis on cooldown, it looks like the call from Ghost is no. This Roche will continue to get delayed.
And that pretty much guarantees that there's going to be another fight with another Chronosphere.
Yep.
Similar timings here on the cooldowns of both Metamorphosis and Chronosphere.
And Pure, he finished MKB, so Butterfly starting to lose some values. It just feels like PB are outscaling him here. This game has been slowed down. It's been delayed.
I just cannot believe how much they overextended themselves for that Disruptor kill. I mean, Sumail committing for that kill had to have known that he was going to get Chrono.
I mean, he has to, right? Like, you have to take this Disruptor out of the fight. It's too deadly for your cores.
GPK. Oh yeah! A coil static storm with an Aghanim Scepter, a snowball pickup. Sorry, GH, all that does is put you in the kill zone. Pure will go to work on Sumail. There's just nothing Nigma Galaxy can do about the team fight now.
This game is slipping away one fight at a time. You're getting outscaled. You're getting out-controlled. You need too many items to power through it right now. And that man right there, GPK, he salvages mid-game and he is taking over the late game. Suddenly, Pure has all the damage he needs. The fights are just becoming too easy. You throw out the coil, you throw out a soulbind, you land a static storm, that fight is just probably over. There's no way to bail it out like last game. There is no supernova to save you this time around, and a beautiful jump from GBK gives them a two-man static storm on two of the best targets you can hope for.
And you said it. It's a hard game at some point in time to deal with this Faceless Void, to deal with the Puck and all the mobility they have. It's also not a great game now for the GH saves. All right? If that means he's still going to be locked inside of Static Storm and he goes in for the snowball, then you can't make the same kind of miracle plays that he did with the Supernova stage from game one.
Nope, it's just not in the cards. I mean, you can get BKB on Tusk. You know, blink BKB, you can go that route, but it is not the utility route he went this game. Does not have the gold for it. It's a long way away. This is a huge window for BB to try and just end this game, especially pushing towards these 25 talents. You have Backtrack coming. You just got Coil Pierce's debuff immunity. I mean, this line of scale is just insane. And of course, Save, he eventually got the Dark Portrait in this game. That is another spell you have to worry about. You give up a big link with this Terrorblade on top, you're going to be playing against a very strong Terrorblade illusion.
Scotty Also, big increase in survivability for this Faceless Void. It seems impossible for them to be able to burst him down now.
Yeah, the items are just rolling in. This is BB's game to take right here if they don't botch some sort of terrible high ground. Hex on Sumail gives you a little bit of hope. Means you can go in and try and take out the Puck or the Void. This is some of the control that they have lacked for a lot of this game. That means if you go in, you pop BKBs early, you ignore Static Storm, you have a chance to burst out one of these big targets with Chain Stun between the Hex and the Tiny. That's what you have to look for here.
Well, Terrorblade, meet your own illusion. Grimstroke's going to be running his own TV illusions down lanes, so that, alongside the Lycan Shard, alongside a 15,000 net worth lead, that kind of takes all the gas out of Enigma Galaxy's map play that they were doing in the first 30 minutes.
They will smoke, though. Bold smoke attempt. Into that Aegis. If you run into the Faceless Void first, the fight is just going to be impossible. You have to find the backside of BB's formation. Find those supports, find the Puck, find the Disruptor.
What can they do with this? They get him to the high ground. That's already a decent start. And they spot the Grimstroke, hit him with the Rolling Thunder. The team can't quite jump in as aggressively, but they've already killed the Grimstroke. That's a great start.
Oh, yeah.
Dragon Scepter, give it over. Wolf Bite on the Faceless Void. He's going to jump into the next Chronosphere. And he starts going to work on Ghost. Can he kill Ghost? Easily. Can he kill more? Without a doubt. He's already taken out 2 supports. And oh my god. Sumail just made mincemeat. They can kill a hero. Maybe 2. But once Pure gets involved, it's all over.
That wolf fight was straight nasty. A wolf above time just demolished them in a second. No hesitation to Chrono GBK there. He's like, brother, you carried the early game. I'm going to carry the late.
And Pure, I mean, he's known for these sort of calls. He knows how to end games when they've got an advantage. He's just going to go straight for the tier 4s. Enigma Galaxy left with only 2 buybacks here.
He got glimpsed of Fountain. Oh, I thought he got glimpsed. I guess they will defend it here with buybacks, but
Our BB team actually going to back away because you still have a minute left on this Aegis.
nah, you have Aegis, you push it.
Yeah, Tier doesn't even need Chronosphere to be a threat. They get a couple of the buildings and will actually give respect. Enigma Galaxy.
Okay. I mean, that's the defense.
Hold on for now. Wait.
Or is it?
Or is the wolf bite?
He's just going in.
The wolf. Is that your door? He's knocking the damn door down. That's going to be a Barracks gone yet again. And Pure waits for his next victim. New pulled back in from the glimpse. All right, got the Rolling Thunder out of him. Time walks. Wait, I'm back in. Hit by an avalanche. But of course, even if they could kill him, he still has that extra life. GH, he throws out the punch just to try and save his own life. Miro's going to chase after. Oh, 1,000 damage crit to finish him off. Got him inside the Sprout. And Miro doesn't actually have a way out of this one. The Quelling Plate's still on cooldown. But what about the rest of them? Sacrifice put onto the Faceless Void. They ignore him for now. Coil onto 2. Onto Nature's Prophet. Here's going to jump in after him. And he's got the Nature's Prophet. Again, he does not need Chronosphere to just knock you down. Just full-on auto attacks all the way through. A click into the base. Whether it's heroes or buildings, they will all fall. Unless Pure can be locked inside the fountain. No. Good try. But he's going to kill you in the fountain. Is that what you wanted? Because you can have it. Into the fountain goes Pure. He wipes out Enigma Galaxy in their own fountain to push us to a Game 3.
We've had a lot of 2-0 series today, but finally this crowd will get what they deserve in a Game 3, the last game of the night, with maybe one of the most anticipated teams